Curious about the top 10 longest living animals? The animal kingdom has certain creatures who live significantly longer than the ordinary human. While humans have lifespans of up to 100 years, this is just a fraction of time compared to the hundreds and millennia that other animals live, and some creatures can even slow or reverse the aging process. More than 200,000 giant tortoises formerly roamed the Galapagos Islands. Today, 4 species are extinct, and just 10% of the original population remains. The tortoise populations have been slowly rescued and eventually recovered. Galapagos tortoises, popularly known as giant tortoises, are made up of 13 different species. These reptiles have one of the longest lifespans of any land vertebrates, averaging over a century. How incredible is this? Breaking century barriers, this species has to be on the top 10 longest living animals list. On record, the oldest tortoise lived to be 175. They are also the world's largest tortoises, with some specimens measuring over 5 feet long and weighing over 500 pounds. The tube worm is able to live for over 300 years in an environment with a year-round abundance of food and no predators. When the tube worm extends its petal-like plume, a gill-like organ for gas exchange out of the top of its tube, it resembles a giant plastic straw with a delicate pink flower at the end. They can grow to be over 1.5 meters long and feed by forming a symbiotic connection with bacteria that flourish in these leaks. The freshwater pearl mussel commences its existence as a tiny larva, measuring about 0.6 to 0.7 millimeters in length, which is expelled into the water from an adult mussel amid a mass of 1 to 4 million other larvae. Freshwater mussels are ideal bioindicators because they are long-lived and susceptible to environmental changes. Others, like the rough-eye rockfish, have been known to live for almost 200 years. The wide range of rockfish lifespans provided ideal conditions for studying the genetics of longevity. According to some study, urchins can live for over 100 years, and several 200-year-old urchins have been discovered on Vancouver Island. Annual growth rates in Southeast Alaska have been shown to be between 0 and 20 millimeters per year in field investigations. Can you believe these hardened creatures survive in forgiving environments for up to 200 years, some even surpassing 400 years, making them one of our top 10 longest living animals? Bowhead whales are the world's longest living mammals, with lifespans of over 200 years, making them a feature species on our top 10 longest living animals list. This species is mostly found in the Arctic and is connected with ice flows. As a result, the melting and freezing of the ice has an impact on its movement patterns. Bowhead whales, with their big skulls and muscular bodies, can break through sea ice up to 7 inches thick, except for the front region of the lower jaw, which is white and noticeably upturned. Adult bowheads are completely black. They can grow up to 60 feet long and yet leap completely out of the water. Bowheads use baleen to filter their food by opening their lips and straining plankton from the surface, water column, or sea floor. Greenland sharks are true contenders on the top 10 longest living animals. Are the world's longest living vertebrate species, capable of surviving for centuries on end in the deep freezing waters of the Arctic. According to a new study, the Greenland shark, a 5-meter-long predator, may live for more than 400 years, making it the longest living vertebrate by at least a century. Ocean quahogs are among the world's longest living aquatic invertebrates. Ocean quahogs can live for at least 200 years off the coast of the United States, where the fishery takes place. They develop slowly and do not begin reproducing until they are about 6 years old. Corals, sponges, and other organisms that live deep in the ocean are protected from temperature changes and strong storms that can and frequently do kill animals that live in shallower seas. As a result, they've evolved to live longer lives because they are less likely to be injured by accident. Sponge longevity estimates vary widely, but are frequently in the thousands of years. A jellyfish that can live indefinitely has been discovered by scientists. Turritopsis dohrnii, the immortal jellyfish, is now officially recognized as the only immortal creature. The born-again polyp colony eventually blooms and releases medusa that are genetically similar to the damaged adult, in a process that resembles immortality. Since the discovery of this occurrence in the 1990s, the species has been dubbed the immortal jellyfish. This jellyfish is an impressive contender on our top 10 longest living animals list.